Very good morning to one and all. We are here at the Doral Meadow Park and Street Doral, Florida, in Miami to be precise. It's the MAU, that's Millennia Atlantic University, up against the visitors, in this case the Higher Learning Football Academy out of South in Trinidad. I am Miriri Louis Gonzalez, and this is being streamed live on Sports Stream by the man O'Shea Antoine. We're very happy to be here. It's overcast condition at the Meadows Park here in Miami, and we are very excited and really elated, happy, really overjoyed to be able to bring this to you, for you to be able to see a number of our players from Trinidad and Tobago, more specifically the Southland, making a concerted effort to see if they can be successful in acquiring scholarships. It's the Millennia Atlantic University in their predominantly white, attacking the goal there on the northern side, and the Higher Learning Football Academy in the yellow and blue, predominantly well-known kit. They're attacking the goal on the southern side. No goals as yet, just 1 minute into the first half. Must bring to your attention that earlier on this week, on Monday, the Higher Learning Football Academy played the University of Fort Lauderdale and UPS team, West Pines. That was a combined team, and Higher Learning Football Academy fell short, lose that one 3-0. And on Tuesday last, the 6th of March, Higher Learning Football Academy came up against the very same team here, Millennia Atlantic University, and they lost that one 6-0. So we eagerly await to see what's going to happen with this return encounter between the Higher Learning Football Academy, that is head coach in the person of Kyle Small, better known as Biggie, one of the renowned figures, and coach of the Pleasantville Secondary School, the Higher Learning Football Academy, led by its owner and director in the person of Mr. Sean Wong, doing a tremendous work in providing this platform with he and his directors and executive showcasing. But this now, Nojian goes, oh no, Nojian still has ball, he gets it across, tries a shot, good defensive work there, good goalkeeping by Anton, and that young man, Nojian, was really a tower of strength for his team earlier on this week. Didn't score, but was very much involved in the attack. It's now Paul Josiah try to get it up to Paulette, to Paris. Not successful this time around. We're also very happy to have in our presence the director of the Millennia Atlantic University in the person of J.C. Carlos. We're going to have an interview with him sometime either at halftime or maybe at the end of the match. And also in our midst, it's also Mr. Anthony Crease, who holds the title of the Crease Coaching and Consultancy Company right here in Miami, Trinidad. Born, 7 years in the business. Back on the field, get it upfield, trying to find Paulette. That's John Ross. Safely into the arms of Matthew. Matthew, the goalkeeper, in his bright orange. Same name as the coach, Matthew, but no direct biological relation. Now moving it around in the back there. It's Andres and Hero into Medina. Corti now. Corti playing a very instrumental role on Tuesday and was on the score card, trying to get it upfield. Good interception there by Jalen Nowalo. Still battling for that ball. Malachi in the mix there too. Gets across to Simon. Simon find Malachi. Malachi moving down the left wing. Tries to find Jaden Paris. A foul, an alleged foul. No response by the referee. Not in agreement. That's Wanzimo. Wanzimo, who also officiated the game on Tuesday, ably assisted by his assistants in the person of AR1 Hector Sidelio and assistant referee number 2 Guillermo Alanez. Back on the field now, he gets it across looking for Noreen on the far side. It's a very good piercing as he's looking for that shot. Appeal, no foul, said 1-0 the referee. Very good officiating there by him. It's a natural and normal contact in sports, being a contact sport itself. The captain wearing the captain armband number 5, Medina. Medina to Corti, Corti across to Hero. Hero gets it upfield to Norden. Norden gets it set back to his captain, Medina. Medina looking for that one with his distinct orange boots, but it goes safely into the hands of Anton Williams. He's been doing yeoman service in spite of the fact that 9 goals have been scored at him, but he has really stopped a lot. And when I say a lot, almost about maybe 10 of the good attempts on goal, and he was quite good at the task. But this is what happens in a game of football. Nevertheless, attacking play by Paris, just going safely into the hands of Matthew. On the far side, it's Angel. Angel gets it to Marco. Marco back to his captain Medina. Just looking for that space, controlling it. Looking for higher learning to football. They're playing that nice 1-2, playing on the counter attack. This is what it looks like in that 4-2-4 system being played by both teams actually in this initial stage of the game. Just about maybe 7 minutes into the first half. No goals as yet. Floating ball over onto the right side. Gets it across and good attempt there at goal. Not much weight on it, and then goes safely into the arms. Tony playing on the left hand side, just getting a marginal touch. Trying to bring it down there. Paulet, not successful. The ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Taken by Andres. Andres to Medina. Medina across the Hero. Hero gets it across to Nordren. Nordren very much an attacking midfielder. Just potent with that left foot. Tries to get in, but was fouled in the process. Just about beyond the half, the center circle in the just marginally outside of the final third and the defensive third there of the Higher Learning Football Academy. Are they going to be placing a wall or not? Slightly over the ball is Ajani Wong, son of the director and president of the Higher Learning Football Academy, Sean Wong. Assistant coach player today is going to be Sherwin Goodrich. Free kick lining up behind it, it's Corti, but it's going to be either Corti or Norgen. I think Norgen seemed to be the one favored left foot. He's going to go straight for goal if we remember what he would have done on Tuesday. There's a little shuffling taking place there. 1-0 the referee, just cautioning and reminding the players to ensure that they keep it safe. They don't want any unnecessary caution at this point in time, and it's preventative refereeing being shown there by 1-0. They are in the color green and black, one of the official colors of the referees now, dynamic colors. Long time it was predominantly black, but now it's all colors. Shot taken. Not a very strong one. Rather interesting, because we know that Northrian has really a power pack. Malachi trying to get the best of it. Not much he got in. Medina gets it upfield. Nice play with his teammate Hero right back. Medina back to on Hero to Rolo. Medina plays it back to Hero contemplating. He gets it across to Corti. And you could realize that a number of these players are Spanish origin, heritage. So almost as though I'm commentating for a Central American or South American team. Good attacking play there, and it goes into goal. Are they appealing for offside? No offside given there. Nothing. Attacking play, but a goal is up there just around the 9th minute in the first half. Still have to get a goal scored. Most likely it is number 17, Marco. Would have gotten that one. Still appealing, but referee not in agreement with that offside decision appeal by Ireland Football Academy. Nevertheless, it's 1-0 at this point in time. Long floating ball for Jaden Paris. Trying to dribble his colleague. Not successful as yet. Ball taken away from him. Maybe trying to do a bit too much, knowing that he had Jelani there to assist him. Sometimes it couldn't defeat the purpose of it. Jaden Paris doing a bit too much on the ball and then losing possession. Just remember, the game is it's a team sport and not only on individual talent. Long floating ball there, cleared up the field by Nawalo. He urges his teammates to get upfield. That's Josiah Charles, Simon, as well as John Ross playing in the right back position there for Higher Learning Football Academy. It's now in possession. Floating ball looking for Corti. Corti to Marco. Marco gets it inside. A shot taken. Rebounding off for Josiah Charles. Marco trying to get the better of it, but it's now Jaden Paris. Paris trying to elude his men. It's going to be a throw in there just around the halfway line for Millennia. Millennia gets it to Corti. Corti gets across to Hero. Hero gets across there to Lolo. Lolo in his bright colored boots. Norden gets it back to Lolo. Lolo to Medina. Or Hero now open to Medina, the captain. Sporting that captain armband. Corti playing on the left wing, left side now. Attacking midfield. Playing that nice 1-2 with his teammate, Andreas. They're switching places. Very quick, getting a ball across in. And offside flag goes up there by assistant referee Guillermo Alinez. And appeal there. Now with the offside, it's critically important to be in good alignment to determine if to make the correct decision. So we don't have any VAR here at the Meadows Recreation Ground and Park in Doral. Nevertheless, the game continues. Good take there by Jaden Paris. He moves forward. He goes one. He passes one safely into the arms of Matthew. Coming quickly off his line. Good attacking play there by Higher Learning Football Academy. And again, the danger of Paris, you cannot give him much room. He's going to make you pay for it. It's not Medina. Across to Marco. Marco gets it up, looking for Nordgen. He appeal heaven, goes safely into the arms of Anton. Anton, who has been really doing tremendously well for his team, in spite of the 9 goals scored on him, has a very good understanding and awareness of his role as a goalkeeper. Ball goes out of play there, throw in on the far side for MAU, Millennia Atlantic University, just about 12 minutes into the first half. It's MAU leading Higher Learning Football Academy. The letters versus the letters, MAU versus HLFA. Which of the letters will dominate and will conquer today is left to be seen. Nevertheless, MAU is leading 1-0, having won the first one on Tuesday by a margin of 6 goals. In possession, still it is. Closing up the midfield. Jelani gets it nicely into Paris. Paris to Paulette. Paulette plays it, trying to find Jelani, a bit overweight pass there. And it goes safely into the arms in possession of Matthew, who plays it on the far side for Aero. Aero to Gostillo. Gostillo to Nordgren. He's looking to get him into the act. Defensive play there. Simon had to be careful there in the back. Can't do much work there. He's under pressure. Teammates are there to provide assistance, trying to play it upfield. Just intercepted there by Tony. There's going to be a throw in there on the near side for Higher Learning Football Academy. Taking it will be John Ross. And several of these players are former players, some of them presently players in the Secondary School Football League in Trinidad and Tobago. Some of them actually now at the University of the West Indies, some at UTT, University of Trinidad and Tobago. John Ross is one of the players along with Jewel Augustine. She's also at the University of Trinidad and Tobago pursuing kinesiology. We wish them well there, as they are also putting their talent on show here. Again, with the opportunity, looking forward for acquisition of football scholarship. Getting it upfield now, it's Jaden Paris. Jaden plays it to Jelani. Jelani to Malachi on the far side. Malachi does well. Moves inside. Challenger still in possession. Higher Learning Football Academy tries to find. Yes, he gets Paulet. Paulet takes it down, loses possession. Coming back there, it's Tony now changing position, getting from the left side into the midfield. It's now onto the far side. Nojen gets into, and he's looking for that shot on his favored left foot. Looking for it. He decides to get it across to Andreas. Andreas playing that left back position, gets it floating nicely across. No offside. Oh my word, it's inside there. Misunderstanding taking place there, and Higher Learning Football Academy paying the price for it just around the 15 minutes into the first half. It's now that goal scored there by Gostillo, number 9. So it's now Higher Learning Football Academy trailing the MAU, Millennia Atlantic University, 2-0. Goal scored in the 9th minute by Marco, and now in the 15th minute by Gostillo. They have a lot of work to do. Jaden takes it down. He's in possession. He needs to understand he has to pass it off a little quicker. Ball going out of play. Flag goes up there by Hector Cedillo, indicating ball going out of play. The lines are not as visible as expected, but still it's an orange mark along the several lines here. We also have the rugby line, which is in this case football in the United States of America, and what we consider as football, they term it as soccer, but still it's the same game. Nevertheless, back into the MAU in possession, having a lot of space to make decision here. Tony, what is he going to do now? Tony still in possession. Looks over there for Hero playing at right back position. Angel actually gets it up and safely into the arms. So Hero now switches from the midfield into that right back position for MOU. Oh, what a good deception there. Good timely challenge there by Simon, who is one of the real thoroughbreds in the back. Defensive role there for the Higher Learning Football Academy, intercepting quite nicely. Ball going out of play is going to be a throw in there by Andreas. Andreas in possession, gets it to Medina. A 1-2 there. Andreas gets it nicely into the box. And penalty area, I should say. Nawalo heads it out, but still under pressure. Josiah puts in a tackle. Nawalo puts it upfield. Very much off his line, Matthew, and so much so it worked for him. He was easily able to intercept that pass for Paris. Plays it upfield now. Norgen gets it across to Medina. Skipping over the ball is Onzimo, the referee. Shot taken straight. Piping shot. It is hot as pizza. Marco, but doing equal task to it. Going down on the ground now, it's Malachi, and he's peeling for most likely cramp. It's quite unfortunate just into the first half. Norjen providing medical assistance there for Malachi, while Sean Wong, president and director and owner of the Highland Football Academy, doubling up his task as coach, assistant coach to Kyle Small and also physio, attends to Malachi. Simon, one of the two players on the field of play here, his brother being Josiah Simon, playing in that last stopper position there for the Highland Football Academy. Again, we are very happy to have you here. This is being streamed live on YouTube, courtesy Sports Stream, the man behind the system, owner and founder, Mr. O'Shea Antoine. I'm certainly pleased to work along with him, Mibiri Louis Gonzalez, bring it to your attention and giving you it right here at the Meadow Park in Doral, Miami to be precise. Earlier on this week we were here playing against the same opponent. When I said we, Highland Football Academy, falling short by 6-0. At this point in time, with just about maybe 20 minutes on the clock, it's Highland Football Academy trailing the MAU, who actually used an entire 11, an entire team change at halftime. That's 22 players, and then within the second half, another 5 were substituted. So that were 27 players in total that Highland Football Academy, that is limited with 13 players, had played against on Tuesday. It's not an excuse, but that's the reality of it. So much so that Sherwin Goodrich, the trainer, also now putting on the uniform as player today, doubling up his role. Medina gets it back. Medina playing a very sturdy midfield there, gets it across to Andreas. Andreas gets it back to Corti. Corti looking for his assistance there in the person of Tony. Tony playing at left position, long floating ball. Flag goes up, and I guess if Ireland in football understands what is happening, they're knocking the ball around quite nicely and then looking for that long floating ball to in attacking play into the final third. That's the plan by the MAU against the HLFA. Long floating ball, Jaden goes up, not successful, or mistiming it there, puts in a challenge. That's Nawalo. They are trailing, they are going against him. In that bright orange boots there, Castillo loses possession. Josiah Charles get it upfield to Malachi. Malachi loses possession. And against all about maintaining possession. A shot taken. Very good idea there by Corti. Playing an attacking midfield there for MAU. Just about 5 meters wide of the upright. And no threat whatsoever to the goalkeeper as the ball went out of play. It's going to be a goal kick now for Highland Football Academy, taken by Anton. Anton to Simon. Simon got to be careful in the back there. Sometimes he has a tendency of holding on to the ball a bit too long. Joel gets it nice across to Malachi. Malachi Simon not being too agile and alert there, loses possession. Norjen on the left side, on the right side actually. Challenge, goes down on the ground. It's Jelani to Nawalo, loses possession. Simon tries to gets it over the head of, but no, they have lost possession now. They're looking for that shot. Got to be careful there. Good timely tackle there by Josiah Charles, playing in that left back position for Highland Football Academy, as there's going to be a substitution there now. Sadiq Hall, number 16. As you're going to see, it seems as though Malachi Simon, he's going to replace Malachi Simon, and I guess the referee will tell him to take leave at the nearest goal line position, or they're going to do it after the corner kick. All right, so he's moving across. Guillermo, assistant referee 2, stands in front of the corner arc and now the substitution has officially taken place, and Guillermo steps back for Norgen to get it over. He takes a long floating nice corner. Still in possession. Anton goes up and takes it down safely. Gets it upfield trying to find Jaden Paris. Sadiq Hall now coming onto the field of play. Bright, if you felt we had bright pink boots on, well, his seemed to be the brightest. It's going to be easily noticeable. Sadiq Hall in his bright pink boots, nevertheless, trying to get it inside. Number 9 there. Gostio playing in that top position there. Floating ball nicely. Pursuing the ball, not enough speed to get at it. It is Tony. And this is how speed is so critically important for possession of the ball. Nice ball inside. Under tremendous pressure there. Shot taken. What a fantastic save it is there by Norgi. Norgi really hitting it nicely into the far side. And Anton Williams being equal to the task, outstretched arms and keeping it out of the goal. Nevertheless, they continue to be in possession. That's Corti. Corti now gets it across to Norgi. Norgi moving on the inside. Takes a shot into the stomach of Josiah Charles. Another shot taken over the bar by Marco. And yeah, it really hit him just in the mid-region there. A little lower than the torso. And you know, a little lower than the torso can get you right into that pelvic region. And we know what human anatomy part we have there. And as long as it is struck there, you're going to be in some level of discomfort. As Onzimo speaking to Josiah. And at this point in time, getting some information from the coach, Kyle Small. Onzimo gets him back up on his feet. Still trailing this one 2-0 into the first half. MAU, that's the Millennia Atlantic University, winning this one on Tuesday last, the 6th of August, 6-0. And now they are leading this one 2-0. And I'm sure in the back we have the teams or the reserve players who I'm sure will be swapped into the second half. And they're having some scrimmage in the backfield there, along with some of the girls in the college. John Ross not doing successful. Getting it up, he loses possession. Getting it over nicely, Tony. Good interception there, not good up the field nevertheless. Jaden Paris. Got to be careful now. Gets it, Paulette being challenged. Oh, holding on there to Andreas. It was a sprint to the ball, but Paulette committing an offense on Andreas. And assistant referee goes up with the flag. Good teamwork by the AR1 and referee. Whistle blown for a foul. It's now Corti to Marco to Ero back to Corti to Andreas to Corti gets it across to Hero gets it to Corti. Much of the ball being played around with Corti now in the midfield. Defensive midfielder. Norgen now. Back to Corti to Hero to Medina, the captain. Playing that last upper position. Gets it to Orgen. Hero to Norgen to Corti to Norgen. To Medina. Gets it to Hero. Norgen on the right side. Now moves into attacking mode. Gets it upfield, trying to find his colleague. Trying to clear it upfield. It's now Jaden Nawalo still in play. Medina retrieves the ball. No pressure on him whatsoever. Maintaining almost about 75% of ball possession. It's the MAU. Josiah now tries to do some dribbling, but it's not successful. As in that bright colored boots there, it's Nordgen. Nordgen gets a shot in. Always looking for that strike whenever necessary. It's Nordgen. And that favored left foot of his. Now moving into play. It's Tristan Sipasad up in attacking mode there with Jaden Paris. Didn't actually see when that substitution took place. But Tristan Sipasad has actually, Tristan Maraj, sorry. Sogdeo has replaced Joel Augustine. So it's Tristan now into that attacking midfield position, replacing Joel Augustine, one of the few female players in the system here with the higher learning. They're under pressure here. John Ross not doing too well at this point in time, trying to get it out to play. John Ross under pressure. This does well. Oh, look, good football there. Jaden Parrish gets Paulette upfield. Paulette goes towards the ball. Andreas, he's under attack, pushes him, and unnecessary foul. Don't know why these fouls are being committed. It's unnecessary. Nevertheless, good signal there by AR number 1. And good teamwork again by the refereeing team there. Wanzimo pushing from behind. A free kick is to be given onto the near side here, just about maybe 10 meters into the field of play. It's one of the few direct free kicks to be given for the Highland Football Academy. Let's see what they do with this opportunity that they have now. They're trading this one 2-0 with just about maybe 30 minutes into the first half. Retrieving the ball, it's Jelani Marcel. And a number of these players and staff members coming down with the flu. So just recovering, trying to see if they could build their immunity. Influenza having the better of them. Nevertheless, Jelani Marcel lines up behind the ball. Is he going to take a shot or he's going to get it into the penalty area? It seems from the position he's going to go for that shot, floating it into the penalty area. Good, Matthew comes out. Good, very good free kick there by Marcel. Oh, not good control there by Ajani. Ajani loses ball possession. Nordgen up the right wing. He has space. He has speed. Oh, the flag goes up. Got to be careful. Oh, Wanzimo goes into his pocket, most likely. Yes. Yellow card being issued there to Josiah Charles. Well, supposed to be a yellow, but it looks green. But we know it all depicts yellow and red in FIFA as far as the laws of the game is concerned. So going into the referee's book, first yellow card in today's game, and a very good cautionable offense. That's a SPA, stopping the promising attack. Josiah Charles. Issued a yellow card just around the 32nd minute. Got to be careful. They're already limited with players. Don't have much of a bench. The bench is very small, so it's going to be a meticulous turnover of players by the coach Kyle Small. Free kick, no gender favored one for direct free kicks, gets it over the wall, but also successfully. Unfortunately to his team, successfully over the bar too. No ball attendance here, so players naturally have to retrieve the ball at the east, west, north, and south. Direct free kick taken. Simon, who likes to hold on to that ball, sometimes a bit too much in the back. playing again, just mention it. Holding on to the ball a bit too much. Right, coming back and give a timely challenge there. Coach Kyle Small will definitely need to speak to him. Sometimes holding on to the ball a bit too long and losing possession. Just like Jaden Paris up front, sometimes holding on to it a bit too long when there are other teammates in better position and they can get that ball. Nevertheless, Andreas gets it across here to, actually Andreas is in possession now. Hero gets it to him, and we have Marco. Undergarment white, which is permissible by the law with uniform. And the coach Matteo and his assistant urging their players on. Angel to Corti to Medina. Medina commanding the position there as the last stopper in the back. Plays it to Medina, trying to pull the Higher Learning Football Academy out of their space before they counter-attack. A challenge by Johnny Wong. Good defensive work there. Medina, of course, patiently knocking the ball around. Angel, of course, the hero finding. Got to be careful there now. Oh, good defensive work there by John Ross. Gets it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in just about 10 meters away from the half line. Corti takes it into Medina. Medina back to Corti to Hero. Strong challenge being put in there. Oh, referee blows the whistle. It's a strong challenge there on Medina. Not Medina, sorry, but we'll find out which player is on the ground now. Medical attention being here. As Kyle Small urging his team players to come across for some tactical guidance. It's one of the rare sights we are seeing here. Not too often we're seeing players from the MAU being attended to, but in this case on the ground right now receiving attention. It seems as though it could be number 15. Is it going to be? It could be Hero, number 15, on the ground, providing medical attention. As we look around, we're surrounded by the beautiful panoramic scenic site and residential area of the Doral Meadow residential area. Quite a very wealthy area, it seems, from the properties built here and the companies around and highway on the southern side. Palm trees just decorating the field straight along the highway and into the meadows, giving some reassurance. You could swear that Onzimo is a teammate of MAU, but I guess it's all in the spirit of goodwill, reassuring the players. He's been attended to there. That's number 15 in the person of Hero. Ball is being dropped now. It's John Ross. John Ross looking to find Paulette. Paulette goes after with Andreas, protecting the safety of it. Goes safely into the arms of Matteo. Matteo gets it across to Hero. Hero to Corti. Corti trying to find some space here now. Corti still in possession. Corti now to upfield to Castillo. Castillo with that bright colored pink boots along with Sadiq. I don't know which one is brighter, but that's the fashion statement being made now by players. Long floating ball on the right side now. Nugent goes in, gets it across the kick. Miss kick there by John Ross. And not getting it. And to his dismay, not successful in trying to get that ball. It's Lolo, a little bit annoyed with himself. John Ross seemed to need to be a little careful with that throw-in. Shot taken. Got a little nick there off the ball. It's going to be a corner kick on the near side there for MAU. But the idea was a good one. Not too far over the crossbar, just about maybe 7 meters. Substitution going to be taken place here. Not too sure of the player number 3. Number 3. Número 3, ¿no? ¿Es? Número 3. Gracias. So corner kick is taken now, floating nicely into the box. Oh, not good clearance, but Simon coming to the rescue of Highland Football Academy. Tristan mistiming it there, still under pressure in the final third. Floating it nicely into the box, and it is no chance, still in possession. Ball goes over the goal line, flag goes up. There on the far side by Guillermo, AR2. Anton plays it to Simon. Simon got to be careful in the back there, sometimes holding on to that ball a bit too long. He has to be more decisive. Already 2 opponents on him inside of the penalty area. Something that we have been speaking about for some time now. Got to be very mindful of the fact that he's under tremendous pressure. They're already trailing this one by 2-0. And not too far away from the whistle of Wanzimo to conclude the first half of this encounter here. A return game. Millennia Atlantic University winning, being victorious in the first game, 6-0 to trying to get Tristan not doing well. Mistiming that control of the ball. Got to do a lot better than that. Gets across to Hero back to Andreas. Andreas to Corti. Corti there to Andreas. Andreas back to Corti. Corti now controlling things in the middle there. In that defensive midfield, just ahead of his skipper Medina. Corti again, the ball. He is going to most likely be the playmaker. And they're switching play, trying to find out. Jalen Nawalo intercepts, gets it upfield to Tristan again, not controlling the ball, loses possession. Got to get his body behind the ball faster. Idea was a good one by Nawalo, but not successful there by Tristan maintaining possession, but trying to get possession in the midfield. Ball goes back into possession by the MAU captain Medina. Medina to his colleague there. Angel gets it upfield to Norgen. Norgen in the midfield, yes, gets it back to Corti to Andreas. To Medina to Angel to Medina to Norgen. This is good. He just likes to run with the ball. He's good at it. Good, very timely tackle there by Josiah, but miscommunication by Paulette and Jaden Paris, losing possession. Playing a lot more purposeful football this time around. Highland Football Academy. Then they played on Tuesday and on Monday, and it augurs well for the quality football they are playing, but they are under pressure here. Jelani putting in a tackle. Ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw in there, just about maybe 5 meters away from the technical area of the Highland Football Academy. And the throw in is going to be taken there by Andreas. Andreas gets it to Medina. Okay, Medina cool and collective in the back there. Not too much concern or worried by him. Norgen up front. Oh, that's good skill there on the Sadiq. Just slipping that ball through his legs quite easily. Getting a hands 5 there from his teammate for that artistic skill display there. This is what we will term as inverted commas. Can't use the term on the media, but it's getting through the legs of the player as a free kick is now going to be taken by Simon. Long floating ball. It looks most likely like a shot because no one, and that's the whistle of Monzimo, the referee, bringing an end to the first half. They're leading this one 2-0. That's Millennia Atlantic University. The halftime period on Tuesday last, they were leading it 3-0. So putting up a better representation in the first half here, it's Higher Learning Football Academy with the assistance of their teammates, the entire team, holding the MAU at 2-0. That brings an end to the halftime period. We're very happy again to bring this to you, courtesy the sports stream, O'Shea Antoine and I'm Riri Louis Gonzalez. We're going to most likely have an interview or two at the halftime period. Thank you very much again for being here with us.
Is when you talk, I want to put it.
Very well, we are happy to have with us here Senior JC Carlos Gonzalez,
Yes.
Director of the Millennia Atlantic University. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Lovely. Very happy to be here with the Higher Learning Football Academy in Meadows Recreation Ground in Doral, Miami, to be precise. You're director of this very esteemed and prominent organization, the Institute Millennia Atlantic University. Tell us give us a brief overview of Millennia.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for bringing the team. I think it's a great opportunity and a great experience for them, so I appreciate that. Yes, Millennia Atlantic University has been around for about 18 years. It's a business-oriented university, 4-year university. We have 2-year, 4-year, and 6-year programs. This is our second year bringing athletics into it, which is for us, I think it's the best avenue for students, especially athletes, that they can come in and have the experience of not only earning a degree, but playing, the sport they love throughout the 4 years. So we've gone around multiple universities and done these programs. Because again, as an athlete, and I'm sure as you well know, we want them to experience that. We want them to have that capability of the one thing I always tell them is play the sport you love, but earn something that they can never take away from you, which is the degree. So that being said, you know, we're very excited. We're very excited with all the opportunities that we offer the kids, and the door's always open, obviously, for you guys. I know we have, you know, a player from Trinidad and Tobago that we brought already. Yeah, Isaiah Neptune. I love him. I love him to death.
I guess most likely he's going to be coming on in the second half.
Yes, we got to see what he's doing. Yeah, but with him, let me tell you, I mean, he's come in, he's made it his life. He works within the university now also, and so again, it's what you want to make of it here. You know, if you want to really come and experience it, the door is always open.
So share with us, Carlos, a person like Isaiah Neptune. What did he have to do in order to be successful in getting a scholarship at Millennia Atlantic University?
Well, first and foremost, character. Character's huge for us. You know, in meeting him and getting to know him, and I know when he was recruited with Paul Godoy, who's another athletic director with us, he talked very highly of him. You know, the soccer side, obviously, you know, has to be there. You know, at whatever level you are, you're always learning. So he came in with that knowledge of knowing that he was going to come into a different environment. He adapted well, not only on the pitch, in the university. I think a lot of the things that he really did was, one, communicate, which is something very important that a lot of international players, and I've been doing this for 20 years, some shut down, they don't do it. They shy away from communicating. When you communicate, when you look around and find the opportunities that are out there, you'll find them. Neptune did that. He one of the things he came on, asked me, Coach, I want to do this, I want to do that. Once he starts showing that interest, I mean, that's valuable. Like if you're willing and open to adapt, the sky's the limit. And like him, I could tell you again, you know, Coach, I want to try to, like, you know, do we have employment within the university? I said, yes, go to this department, look at it. Obviously, it's a first come, first served basis. He applied. It took him 6 months, but he got it done. So overall, as a person, the character, the ability, but again, at every level, there's an opportunity. And the willingness to adapt to the university and the lifestyle. It's pretty much a job. You wake up in the morning, you play, you work, then you go to school, and then he works. So all day he's around the university, every day of the week.
Well said. And I really want to commend you as the director of the MAU for affording the Higher Learning Football Academy, led by the director and president of the institution, in this case, Mr. Sean Wong, for again facilitating and accommodating us here at the beautiful facility of the Meadow Recreational Park here in Doral, Miami. Having said that, could you also share with us, as to the sporting discipline of football, Millennia Atlantic University? At this present moment, how are you all performing on the university circuit in football in the USA?
Well, definitely being a second-year program, we're at a good level. I do have to say that, I mean, I know the universities around this area. I'm very good friends with all the coaches. I think right now we're about to start in that uphill climb. Last year was a little bit more of let's just adapt, bring the program together, and then start finding our way. This will be a very interesting year for us because I think we have a great, strong possibility of playing at the national level. Yes, competing at the national level. And again, the sky's the limit for the players. As long as they're disciplined and doing their tasks, not only on the field, but in the classroom, it's going to give us the opportunity to go long. We have a lot of depth on the team. I've seen it. I actually came here the other day and watched the game. And I told the coach, Coach David Ochoa, I go, from last year, the depth is increased, and you need depth. In any tournament, you know you need depth. The starters will be there, but when you make a change, you need your team to be level. So on the national level, they're at a good pace. They're at a good pace. We're going to be an integral part of the national championship. And moving forward, that's what we ask. Hey, listen, we want to grow a championship program, but not disregarding the academics.
That's correct.
Obviously.
Lovely, and I love how you use that term, because being the president of the Secondary School Football League myself too, it's about promoting and showing the athletes that they are student athletes. So
Absolutely.
education is critically important while you pursue the football.
Absolutely.
I want to really take the opportunity to thank you very
No,
much
thank you.
for this
Thank you.
opportunity
I appreciate
to
it.
share with
No.
all of us.
Okay, no, I appreciate it, and like I said, the door's always open, and we welcome everybody from Trinidad and
Thank you
Tobago
very
here.
much.
All
Thank you
right.
very much. Have a great day.
You too.
We are back into the resumption of the second half right here at the beautiful facility of the Meadows Recreational Ground Park here in Coral, Miami. It's a higher learning football academy in yellow and blue from Trinidad and Tobago up against the MAU, Millennia Atlantic University, trailing this team here, Millennia, leading. 2 goals scored in the first half. And remember, you can share it with your friends, let them know that the game is being streamed live on Sports Stream, led by the man himself, O'Shea Antoine. I am Miriri Louis Gonzalez. A pleasure being here to share the experience with you. Looking for scholarships. This is what Highland Football Academy, one of its main objectives, either full scholarship or half scholarships, or at least giving the players from Trinidad and Tobago an opportunity to be able to have this much needed experience, and primarily Highland Football Academy from the Southland, Labre, Point Fortin, Gasparillo, just name it, predominantly. A new team primarily onto the field of play now, as they did on Tuesday. Complete just about maybe 20 players already used, but we also have now Paul Poon taking up that striking position now, having his first experience here. Tall, majestic figure he has, with that white wristband and green boots, representing the Highland Football Academy. Nevertheless, it's MOU. Simon intercepting there quite nicely, puts it out of play. Really very good defensive work there being done by Ireland Football Academy. It's a throw in there by number 3, Angel, just in front of his technical area, gets it into field. Being challenged there by Noalo. Malo gets it back out of play. Back in play again, Angel. Angel on the ball, still in play. Flag goes up there by Hector. Assistant referee number 1. Team officiated a game earlier on this week on Tuesday when they lose that one. That's Highland Football Academy by 6 goals now into the second half. Just about 3 minutes into the second half. It's 2 goals. They're trailing this one. Referee blows the whistle. 1-0. And is it going to be, yes, it's going to be a direct free kick. Foul being committed there by Joel Augusti. On player, they play a rapid free kick. Keep an hand shot taken there. Not a very strong one, but at the very end, the intention was a good one. Getting it upfield, Anton Williams. Long floating ball. Paul tries to take it down. Not successful in the progress. It's quite a difficult one to do, but that's the name and the game of football. Trying to retrieve the ball, getting over the fence there. It's Andreas. Back to Raphael. Raphael. Across to Andreas. We have 2 Andreas playing right now. Andreas to Raphael. Or Richard playing the last upper position. Good floating ball it is. Goalkeeper moving away. They're under attack, trying to keep it in possession. What determines there's going to be a goal kick there now, signaled by the assistant referee number 1. But a beautiful attacking play there by Highland, by MAU. Josiah takes a risk there. Simon under tremendous pressure, doing quite well. Again, he needs to get that support. Taking a major risk there, Josiah and Simon. Just outside of their penalty area, Anton William now has possession. The goalkeeper for the Highland Football Academy, led by the man himself, Sean Wong, the president of the Highland Football Academy. Gets it upfield. And we're going to have 2 interviews at the end of the game. One of them is going to be with Mr. Sean Wong and the other with Mr. Anthony Crease. More of that will be said later on. Back onto the field of play. Beautiful football there by MAU. Captain gets it across Richard to his teammates Andreas. Andreas moves infield. He gets it to Andrel to Christopher. Santiago now. Richard gets it across. Spreading that ball from side to side. Bright green boots it is there. Richard. Going to be distinctly known there with that green boots. Moving upfield, Martina. Strong challenge being committed there. A no-nonsense approach there by Simon. Josiah Simon. A very strong, timely tackle there. As throw-in going to be on the far side now by MAU. Looking for it, tries to get it in field. Heads it over nicely. It's going to be an attempt there by ball goes out of play. A good challenge there. Very timely one by Noalo. And aiming for a shot there was Andreas. But not getting the best of it. They're still under pressure. MAU gets it across and Anton intercepts the goalkeeper. In his blood red top, gets it upfield. Long floating ball it is. under pressure. Christopher carrying some weight with it. Andreas playing that right back position. Gets it back to Christopher. And plays it safely to his goalkeeper in the person of Raphael. Raphael across to Andreas. On the field yet. Playing that left back position. And right. Gets it in field. Oh, mistiming it. Josiah Charles on the ball. Gets Paul on it. Paul not maintaining possession. Captain carries it to Christopher. Christopher back to Richard. Just maintaining ball possession there. It's so important. That's the name of the game. And the aim of the game is to keep ball possession. Counter attack if and when necessary. Raphael, the goalkeeper, gets it across to Richard. Richard gets it upfield. Richard back to Christopher. Christopher to Richard. Richard to Andreas. Carrying that armband to Richard. Very easily, distinctly seen by that green, bright, fluorescent green boots. Playing it nicely. Andreas, Christopher, and Richard. Trying to get him involved in play, but an overweight pass goes safely into the arms of Anton Williams, goalkeeper for the Ireland Football Academy. They're trailing this one 2-0. Both goals scored in the first half by Gustavo, as well as Gustavo and Marco. Goals scored in the 9th and 15th minute into the first half. Credit to the Higher Football Learning Academy. Oh, seems as though that there was a handle ball there on the blind side of the referee by Joel Augustine. But credit to the Higher Learning Football Academy that they're able to hold the MAU, who has an entire new team on the field now, as they did also on Tuesday. On Tuesday it was 3-0 at the end of the first half. Now it's 2-0. Good. Oh, the flag goes up. Got to time that run a little better than that. As Matthew, head coach for the MAU, getting some of his players to get themselves in warm-up position on the training field. Back onto the main field, it's John Ross. John Ross playing at right back position for the Harlan. Not making a decision in a timely manner, trying to bring him inside. Anton gets it safely. Anton long floating, goalie's kick up in, trying to find Paul. Paul challenging for it. Jason Paris, some pressure on, losing possession. Christopher to Andreas. Andreas getting upfield there. Losing possession. Good interception there by Nawalo. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in. No ball attendance in this one. So again, the beautiful scenic panoramic view right here at the Meadows Park. It's really beautiful, excellent, remarkable, immaculate facilities we have here, surrounded by the highway and also the institution itself. Really tremendously well. Also inclusive markings of a nature for the rugby, which is also in the USA, actually known as football. We know in the Trinidad and Tobago it's rugby. In the US known as football, and what the world knows as football, we all call it soccer. So we're looking at the girls now going through that's the girls from the college itself, going through their daily training, and actually involved there some of the players from Haiti in particular. And we also have the daughter of Wong. She's just second there, or the first one in the yellow and blue, following the coach as they're getting ready for resumption of the training session here. So congratulations to the young Wong for her success and acquisition of a scholarship here. Some much noteworthy advice being given by Kyle Small, better known as Biggie, for the Higher Learning Football Academy, one of the renowned and well-known coaches in South, in particular Pleasantville Secondary, 17 years in the business and doing a fantastic job with Pleasantville At this point in time, they are the girls intercol champions for 2023 under the leadership of the man himself, Kyle Small, actually carrying the boys team up into the secondary school football league premiership division. Substitution taking place now. Christopher gets onto the field with Sherwin Goodrich making their first appearance, replacing Paul and Jelani. It's going to be quite interesting. Coach players, both of them actually. Christopher now living in the US, but also has his birthplace in Trinidad. Quite successful he is as a player, and he still continues taking up that right back position. Sherwin is going to be playing in the attacking midfield position. Nawalo heads it out of play. Christopher plays it, trying to bring his teammate into the mix there, but not successful. Christopher onto the ball, gets it to Josiah. Very good defensive work there. Johnny attacking, and MAU continues to maintain possession. Andreas gets it back to Richard. Richard gets it across. Andreas to Christopher. Have those medical tapes, healing rehabilitative tapes on his calves in particular, so there possibly some concern there. But earlier on, or halftime period, we heard from the director of the Millennia Atlantic University, Senior J.C. Carlos Gonzalez, giving a very good description of the Millennia Atlantic University. Back onto the field of play, it's Millennia. Millennia having possession, trying to get the ball floating over nicely. The idea was quite a brilliant one there, although the flag went up for an offside position. But meeting it on the volley, not much control there, but the idea was certainly a good one, and going aimlessly over the bar. No threat to the goalkeeper whatsoever, but in the initial stage and final stage, it was an offside call whereby Guillermo, assistant referee 1, ably assisted by Cortez, assistant referee number 2, and Wanzimo, the referee, back onto the field of play, holding down that position. It's Andreas to Richard to as you're hearing the coach indicating muy rápido, get it up faster, play with more urgency, urging his players to get it involved. Matthew and his assistant coach, Matteo, of MAU. Oh, and it seems as though that the Higher Learning Football Academy is playing that offside position tactic to soften and to weaken the team in the attack. Showing challenging for it. Whistle being blown by Wanzimo. ¿Cómo te llama? Dariel.
Dariel Colón.
Gracias. So Gadiel, number 6 now has replaced number 4, Andreas. Just about maybe 15 minutes into the second half. As Millennia now looking for that third item, and the Higher Learning Football Academy looking for their opening item. They haven't scored any goal yet on this football scholarship trip that they are on here in Miami. They are going to be playing 5 games in total, already played 2. This is their 3rd game, and there will be 2 other games to be played on Saturday, and then their final game will be next week, Monday. action continues on the field.
Millennia, Millennia.
Ball goes out of play there, and it's going to be a goal kick there for the Higher Learning Football Academy as Maya Wong, daughter of Sean Wong, successful student, receiving a scholarship for the very same Millennia Atlantic University female team. Just a few months successful into the acquisition of such a scholarship. Back onto the field of play, it's Richard. Richard to Andreas. Andreas back there to Richard. Or Richard back to Andreas actually. And they are playing that 1 and 2, putting them under a bit of pressure. He's going to play it to the goalkeeper Raphael. Raphael back to Richard. Richard gets it across to Andreas. Just had a substitution there with Guadillo replacing the other Andreas. Kyle Small urging his players to continue to put on pressure on the Millennia Atlantic University as they are pressing as much as possible, looking for that third item, and Higher Learning Football Academy looking for its first. Jaden Paris in attendance. Not successful there. Josiah puts in a challenge. Paris playing that ball safely out of play. It's going to be a throw-in very close in front of the cameras here. Again, this is being streamed live on the YouTube. Check it out now, share the information. Sports stream led by Oshie Antoine. A pleasure always to share the experience here at the Meadow Recreational Park in Doral, Miami. It's the encounter, a return affair between Higher Learning Football Academy in the yellow and blue. They're attacking the goal on the northern side, while the Millennia is attacking the goal on the southern side. They are now moving towards Nawalo on the ball. Nawalo trying to keep it out of touch. Yes, he gets it out of play. Very good defensive work there by Jalen Nawalo, as they are applauded by the colleagues or team members on the bench. Doesn't have much of members on the bench, as they are now ably assisted and supported by Sherwin Goodrich and Christopher adding to the squad. Simon coming up a little higher from that defensive role now, playing an attacking midfield. That's Josiah Simon as they're under some pressure here now. John Ross trying to get it inside. He gets it away actually. Simon coming back nicely. Just has a knack for holding on to the ball, doing quite well, getting it across to Christopher. Christopher looking for Tristan and Richards going at it. What a very good ball it was by Christopher. Trying to find Tristan on the run. Speed was necessary there, and getting quicker to the ball was Raphael, the goalkeeper. But a very good attacking play there by HLFA against the MAU. Richards with that well-known fluorescent green boots. Across to Andreas. Andreas wearing at number 2. These are student athletes of the Millennia Atlantic University. Flag goes up. The idea was a good one. He shakes the finger. That's Angel, indicating that he is not in agreement. Numero 11. Nombre? Nombre?
Tony.
¿Cómo le llama? ¿Cómo se le llama?
Tony.
Tony, gracias. So we have Tony, number 11. Making a substitution there. There's going to be a break. One of the players down, that's Jalen Nawalo, as we can take the opportunity now to continue to show the lovely scenic site here we have at the Meadows. That's the Meadows here, Meadows Recreational Park. Facility really tremendous. We have the baseball field there. Coming on the inside here, we have the rugby area where the girls of the Millennia football team, as you can see there, Sean Wong, the founder and owner of the Sean Wong, director and owner of the Highland Football Academy, with his daughter, who successfully received a scholarship to this same university, making their way towards the field. Conclusion of and then you have the other players on the far side there. I'm sure they are preparing themselves to get back onto the field of play or to take up substitutes. There's a few spectators on the inside. We have Mr. Anthony Crease and the gentleman who was here earlier on, Eric also here with us. Well, very happy to have them with us, supporting this very significant event. So we're just about maybe 21 minutes into the second half. Again, we are seeing Norjin seem to be lining up himself with his famous and popular, well-designed and noticeable hairstyle. Purple it is. He's a tower of strength in the first half, in the match on Tuesday. And it could very well be he will find himself back onto the field of play as referee Wanzimo, after dealing with Jalen Nawalo, big strong figure he is, last playing for St. Benedict's College, one of the standout players for St. Benedict's. Back onto the field of play. Tristan looking to get Sherwin Goodrich inside. Sherwin puts in a tackle, not successful. Tristan also. Christopher, put him under pressure. Jalen, and the ball goes out of play. An overweight pass there, trying to find his teammate, but not being successful. Paulette gets it upfield, trying to find Sherwin Goodrich, put in some pressure there. Simon just love to hold on to that ball. One reason or the other, he follows him across to Christopher. Chris doing quite well, trying to find Simon. Christopher has done well. Christopher Tristan, he's asking for it. He's literally pleading on Tristan to give it to him. Tristan delayed in the process, and an unsuccessful attempt there. Broken down quite nicely by MAU. MAU goes to Richard to Andres. Andres back to Richard. Jelani is making his way. Marcel, he most likely will be coming back on very soon. Jelani Marcel for the HLFA. Richard finding, strong tackle it is there. It is a contact sport. Good football there. Lovely football there by Sherwin Goodrich and Paris. Lovely football being displayed there. That's coach player Sherwin Goodrich. The football is more competitive. Paulette goes up. Josiah also goes up. Simon not contesting in the air. John Ross under pressure. Clears it marginally upfield. Still under pressure, HLFA. Christopher. Two Christophers on the field of play. One playing for HLFA and one for the MAU. It's Simon. Idea was a good one, but floated the ball too much and safely into the arms of Raphael, goalkeeper for the MAU. Onto the far side, Andreas. Andreas has a lot of time in the world, back to his teammate. Hero or Richard. Captain. Sporting the captain armband there. Now it seems as though that higher learning football is playing a lot more possessive football, and with the possession it means that they're playing more quality football. Josiah intercepts. Simon plays it up to Christopher plays it there. And the flag goes up there. Idea not a bad one. Finding Jalen Morris, who loses his shin guards in the process. Put shin guard in the process and puts it back inside. It's going to be a free kick taken just inside of the penalty area. Christopher to Richard. Richard plays it to his goalkeeper, Raphael to his captain. Holding down that last upper position, Christopher. Not doing quite well. Jaden takes a shot. The idea was a good one. just about maybe 27 meters outside, a left-footed shot, and just about maybe 5 meters or 2 meters away from the upright. And I think he's a bit concerned about, thought he should have done better, at least put the goalkeeper to work, and didn't succeed in such. There's another substitution there. Back onto the field of play, it's Jelani Marcel replacing Tristan Mirage Subdio. As back onto the field of play, it's the captain to Christopher. Christopher is to his captain. Cool and calm as we had in the first half, with Medina, who carried the armband for the MAU. Both of them playing that last stopper position. As the ball goes over, Christopher putting him under pressure. This HLFC looks good. Simon takes a shot. That's 2 shots, 2 strikes at goal within the last 2 minutes. Not good quality football being played here now by Highland Football Academy. No goals as yet in the second half. Millennia Atlantic University leading 2 goals. 2 goals scored in the first half by Gustava and also by Marco, both in the 7th and 15th minute respectively. Simon on the ball. Simon on the ball. Has a lot of confidence when he's on the ball. John Ross trying to find Jalen Paris a bit too far. Good interception there by Simon. Oh, it misses. And good clearance there by Andreas, saving the day there and the period and the time for MAU. Kyle Small gave some potent advice to his players there, and some additional advice coming from Sean Wong to the head coach himself, Kyle Small. Back on the play, Josiah. Josiah plays support to Ajani. Ajani gets Jelani in play. Oh, loses possession. Ajani puts in a tackle there, but Millennia still in possession. Good, plays it upfield nicely. And plays, he's going after it. He gets it. Good interception there by Jalon. Good defensive work by Christopher to Simon. Simon much into the play. He needs some room, he needs some space. He gets it to Paulette. Paulette has Sherwin. He plays it to Jelani. Jelani goes. Still play. What does the referee decide? AR. It goes up number 17 and number 8. So we have Medina returning. And Marco, goal scorer in the first half, returning. They are replacing Andreas and Santiago in the second half. So the return of Marco and also we have number 17 returning onto the field of play. A free kick, is it free kick or is it a penalty? From what it looks like, it is a penalty. We have just missed that one, but it is a penalty committed, unfortunately, by the MAU. A foul, a push from behind by, and now HLFA has the opportunity to get at least their first opening item. No goal scored by them as yet in their third match. Lining up to take this penalty is number 6. The person who has been working as an engineer. That's Simon. Puts away nicely. The first item there for the Higher Learning Football Academy. Scored by Josiah Simon, who has been purposeful on the ball for the entire match itself, and now getting the first item and the opening item, and for the entire period that they are here. 3 goals scored, or 2 goals actually, scored by MAU, and now the One goal scored there by HLFA. So MAU leads this one to 2-1. Certainly credit to the Highland Football Academy putting on a better competitive nature. The game on Tuesday on the 6th of August 2024. Into the second half, it was MAU leading around this time, 5-0. So actually, with some of the very same players, Highland Football Academy now holding MAU to a 2-1 lead. Just about maybe 27 minutes into the second half, thereabout. Can the Highland Football Academy do the magic and get the equalizing goal? Nice floating ball on the far side. Andreas takes a shot. Ricochet off the bar into the far corner, and how lucky it was for the Highland Football Academy and Anton Williams, the goalkeeper. But what a goal that would have been if it had scored. It was a direct shot there by Andreas on the far side. It would have been rather difficult for Anton Williams to get that one. Christopher back to Andreas on the left side there now. Playing that defensive midfield. And left wing. Medina comes in. He was really a workhorse, figuratively speaking. In the first half, he's back onto the field of play now, Medina. Now Richard takes possession. Richard upfield, trying to find his teammate Jaden doing a bit too much. Trying to see if he could use his speed and outrun, but intercepting quite nicely. There is Richard. Captain back to Ortiz. Ortiz on to his teammates. What is he going to do? Moving cautiously. Actually, it's Medina. Seem to be a little tired legs now. Yeah. Really pushing back MAU, unlike what happened in the first half, where most of the ball possession was by the MAU. Now it's Highland and Jaden Paris intercepting. What is he going to do? He carries him for a run. On the far side, takes a shot. I think the intention was a good one, but not much good ball control. And it would have been interesting to know and to see if it was going in the direction between the uprights and under the crossbar, how Raphael, the goalkeeper, would have dealt with it. Nevertheless, very far away from the goal post. But good interception there by Jaden Paris. Back onto the field of play, onto the far side. Ball goes out of play. Zemo, who has a very slim fit. Referee's top, that shows out his physique in a remarkable way. Fitness galore by him. Zemo, the referee. Actually from Cuba and now have migrated to the US. Challenged by Ajani and Christopher. Medina to Angel back to his captain to Medina. Medina plays it to Angel, who gets it in nicely and intercepted there. What a timely run it was. Very good one, appealing for it, showing Goodrich. Jelani not being successful there. Loses possession. It's always about maintaining. Tony on that far side. Christopher pushes it. John Ross to Jelani looking for Jaden Paris. Putting Richards under pressure. Safely back to Raphael. Raphael plays it safely to Tony. Tony back to Medina to Angel. Angel moves upfield, out of the center circle now. Josiah puts him under pressure. Back to Medina trying to find Tony, or not Tony this time. It is Guardiello. Guardiello brings it something nice across, but a bit overweight pass. As on the ground now, Johnny Wong, son of Sean Wong, on the ground. Seem to be nurturing those legs. Could be very well be hamstring, if not gastrocnemius, calf. Again, we are very, very happy to bring this event and match live to you right here at the Meadows Recreational Park in Doral, Miami. It is the Higher Learning Football Academy, yeah, versus the MAU. Leading this one 2-1, as we see on the opposite side there. Some spectators are just sitting enjoying the atmosphere. On the western side, under the two blue tents, we have them intermittently here, there, and you can see from under the palm trees there on the southern side, the signs of on the highway. One of the things that was very noticeable, the signs are very, 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 very clear. Onto the southern side there, we see in the baseball field, yeah. We're back on here onto the field of play now. Anton Williams gets it upfield, long floating ball, trying to find Sherwin Goodrich. Not doing too well, hitting the back of him and going out of play. Sporting the Rastafarian hairstyle. As Sadiq Hall lucky enough, he's getting onto the field of play, but he's supposed to be at the halfway line. All players coming onto the field of play. Nevertheless, Sadiq Hall replacing Ajani Wong, and he has a bright orange boots. Is he going to make sure that it is seen not only in running but in actually playing quality football and scoring? It's left to be seen. MAU gets it upfield. Under pressure there. Oh, strong challenge here by Josiah Charles. On Angel, holding the ball, doing quite well. Good challenge there by Simon. Simon really putting in good quality work there for HLFA. Goal scorer with the penalty. Sadiq have him under pressure. Good safe hands there shown by Raphael. Gets it to Medina. Medina, just like he did in the first half, just loves to have possession, controlling and making quality pass, and that goal was a good one. Going after the ball there. Guadelio being pursued there by Jalen Nawalo and taking a shot, and just about maybe 5 meters over the crossbar. I think at this point in time they are waiting for a ball. And once again, remember, we are streaming this live on the YouTube, courtesy Sports Stream. O'Shea Antoine, I am Miriri Louis Gonzalez, working along to make sure that you have this fantastic event being shared with you in your living room or wherever you are, to understand the importance of this exercise, led by the Sean Wong, the president of the Higher Learning Football Academy, providing this platform for the student athletes of in Trinidad, Southland, to be more precise, to get an opportunity to be successful in the acquisition of scholarship. Anton Williams now, goalkeeper for the Higher Learning Football Academy, gets it upfield. Not successful in, but he finds Angel. Angel onto the ball, and the ball goes out of play. Good challenge here by Simon. Johnny seems to line up onto the halfway line. Could very well be getting back onto the field of play very soon. We'll wait and see. And it's just about maybe, could very well be about 33 minutes into the second half. Trying to get it upfield. Putting in a good strong challenge there. Powlett. Rather strange but interesting name. It is Powlett. That's Tony. Tony's on the ball. He's a menace. And I say a menace in a good way. Left shot taken there. Not successful. Good interception there. As Angel tries his best. Not successful on there. The ball goes out to play. It's going to be most likely a throw in there for the MAU into play. Angel and Tony. Floating it nice inside the box. Intercepted there by Josiah. John Ross gets it out of play with a header. Ball is going to be thrown in from almost the same position. Plays it nicely. Putting in a challenge Simon. Simon doing well and intercepting. Longer throw, getting into the penalty area. Got to be careful here now. Simon heads not nicely. Just slightly outfield. Jelani putting on a tackle, maybe on the wrong side. Sherwin Goodrich putting some pressure on. Putting some pressure on. He tries, he doesn't succeed. Getting it over nicely. Going up there, missing it. It's also John Ross. Gets a shot. Ball rebounding off the defender. And it goes out for a corner kick there for the MOU. Maintaining a little more ball possession now. They were under some pressure. That's MAU in the second half. As a substitution is going to be taking place now. It's Ajani Wong going on for Sadiq. And Christopher being replaced now by Tristan Sugdeo. Putting in good quality work there. Both players, Sadiq and Christopher, for the Highland Football Academy. As a corner is going to be taken, it comes over. It misses. Sherwin miss kicks. Shot taken, not strong. Still under pressure. Highland Football Academy. Trying to get it upfield, Jaden Paris. Oh my word, that's actually, I may have misunderstood the time, but at the very end, this brings us to an end with the encounter between the Highland Football Academy and the Millennia Atlantic University, and from a 6-goal defeat on Tuesday and decreasing the deficit quite impressively. Highland Football Academy just marginally losing this one, 2 goals to 1. Whistle, the man in charge, Wanzimo blowing the whistle to bring an end to the game, ably assisted by Hector and Guillermo, as the players are now saluting and greeting each other for evenly well contested affair in the spirit of sportsmanship. At the very end, it was the Millennia Atlantic Academy, or University, sorry, defeating the Higher Learning Football Academy 2 goals to 1. Goals scored in the 9th and the 15th minute by Marco and also Gustavo. And then we got an equalizer just around the 67th minute by Josiah Simon in the second half to decrease the lead, and at the very end it was a 2-1 win. Thank you very much again for gracing us with your presence. On behalf of Ocean Twine and the sports stream, I am Miriri Louis Gonzalez, bringing an end to this affair. But stand by, we should be having a few interviews, very meaningful exercise. Thanks once again.
What? Marie. Marie, just come this way. I want to come out the camera.
Where do you want this position?
In front of the camera, but I want you to come here so I know how to come in the camera to point this on you. Know, try that.
What's so hard boy charge? Fine, get to. We are very happy to have with us here, tall man lingering over me, the one and only Isaiah Neptune, actually from Trinidad and Tobago. We are very happy. He's now a successful scholarship winner, representing Millennia Atlantic University. A very good day to you and congratulations, Neptune, on your success thus far. Tell us how you feel about your being part of this esteemed organization, the Millennia Atlantic University.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, honestly, and thanks to everyone back home who helped me to move out here as well. The move isn't easy,
right?
And you have to know what you want before you move to university.
Good.
And especially back home where it's a party life, and we're not focused more on like studies and being an academic student. That's what it means to be an academic student. You have to know you gotta study and go to practices. So the early mornings was a bit of a challenge. But I adjusted, and you gotta perform well to stay on the first team.
To tell us something, Isaiah, center back position for Pleasantville Secondary School, one of the standout players in the secondary school football league. Why football? Why a scholarship? What drove you to reach and go in this direction?
Honestly, it's my dad. From small, I woke up like 4 o'clock in the morning, bouncing the ball on the back of the house. He woke up vexed with me, said if I didn't make it professional, he would beat me every day. So from then on, I worked my ass off to make it professional, and that's what I'm going to do.
And tell us, what area of studies are you pursuing at the Millennia Atlantic University?
Right now I'm doing my associates in business.
Business, okay. And your intention is to eventually move on to professional circuit? Do you have any particular team in mind that you most likely would like to link up with after Millennia?
Well, of course, as we are in Miami, to Miami. Come on, that's the goal.
Right.
Yeah.
And having said that, how is your studies coming along? Because you know it's important for us to be able to marry quite nicely the academics to the sport to the academic as a student athlete. How are you coping with the academic part of it?
To be honest, that part is a bit of a challenge, but I'm working with tutors in the school as well to bring my grades up, but we have a GPA that we need to keep in order to keep our scholarship.
Lovely.
And so far we've been doing real good with the studies. Coaches are happy, school is happy, and just moving forward.
Congrats. And the final question, share with us on any daily basis when you come to training, give us an idea of what happens here at Millennia Atlantic University under Coach Matthew. What do you all do?
Under Coach Choa.
Yes.
Right, he's our head coach.
Oh, okay.
Our mornings, training is at 7 o'clock. We're here at 6:45.
Yes.
We train from 7 in the morning to 9:20.
Yes.
From 9:20, we go straight to the university for 9:30. Classes from 9:30 to 12:30, and you're back home. But I work, so from classes straight to work.
Okay.
From 12:30 to like 6:30.
Yeah.
And back home, study, repeat the day all over again.
So we are hearing the views and the voice of the one and only Isaiah Neptune, showing you what it takes to be a person in this position, scholarship winner, and what are the responsibilities and roles, expectation it could be your dream to be like Isaiah Neptune too, as we wish him all God's richest blessing in moving forward.
Thank you
from
for
Trinidad and Tobago. Well done. Congrats. As I always say.
God is a big man.
Tell us already. So I am very fortunate enough and privileged and honored to be in the presence of Mr. Sean Wong. So Sean Wong, so much could be said about him, but for now we will say the man whose the title has been the founder and president of the Higher Learning Football Academy, established this particular unique organization in 2015-2016, providing a platform in Trinidad and Tobago and in particularly in the Southland for the student athletes. A very good day to you, Mr. Sean Wang.
Good morning, good morning.
Could you give us an idea why have you as an individual moved in this direction to help student athletes in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, basically, we saw a need that our kids, what's next for them after the secondary school level. We have a lot of good players, good academic backgrounds, but what next? So we saw a niche, basically a niche market where we could provide that kind of facilities for our kids and help them to develop in a particular way that we would like them to be good citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, right? So we marry the two together, the academics part and the football part, to motivate them to do better.
I really want to take the opportunity to commend you for this initiative. So much can be said, but you're not only saying it, you're doing it. Again, creating the platform. But in the midst of doing it, would you like to share with us maybe some of the challenges that you face in the execution of this exercise?
Some of the challenges we face is that funding is one, but thank God the ministry and the government of Trinidad and Tobago has supported us through the years since we have been established to do the IDST 2023 and IDST 2024 when we bring down the coaches, which you are part of, bring down the coaches to Trinidad and see the talent we have and offer them scholarship opportunities. So we take it upon ourselves to bring the players up here so their mind can be opened up to the opportunities, the various opportunities we have in the States, especially where in Miami is concerned. So we just trying to build a platform for our students to excel and become whatever they dream of becoming, make their dream reality.
So Mr. Wong, we just had the interview with Isaiah Neptune from Pleasantville Secondary, who you were very instrumental in assisting on his pathway here. Could you give us the names of some other players who have been successful thus far, including your daughter, Maya Wong?
Maya was one, and it have Tamia. Then Tamia is the next one. She was part of the IDST. She got through. We have a number of players got through the scholarship, but some of them still going to school. They are going to school in UTT. Some are going to university. We have Jewel Augustine. She's going to UTT. She's doing a BSc.
She's doing the kinesiology.
Sports management. She was offered a scholarship also.
Lovely.
So after next year she finished school, she's coming up here to go to school.
Okay, good.
So what we are asking is that, come to the club. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy process. We have a blueprint. Follow the blueprint, and we could use that blueprint to achieve the goal of getting your child up here to go to school, right? To go to school as such and to actually live their dream and make it a reality.
And if you were to give any advice, Mr. Wong, to Trinidad and Tobago and the world at large concerning this specific exercise that you have embarked on, what would it be and why?
It's all about hard work and preparation. The preparation mustn't start from Form 4. That preparation must start from Form 1. And once we have identified that talent, we put you in a program where we sit with the parent and tell them this is what we want to do with the child, because we see the child have an academic ability and that skill, talent. So we set up means of how we start to save towards your child's future and what the child needs to do academics-wise, training-wise, nutrition-wise, psychology-wise. We also work with them also. So we have a plan that we work with, but it starts from Form 1.
Lovely. And Mr. Wong, let's come back to the initial objective of the exercise, which is the acquisition or the pursuing of scholarship on this football tour. Earlier on this week, Tuesday, the 6th of August, Higher Learning Football Academy lost that game 6-0. Today they came back, bounced back creditably, and they won the game. They lost the game 2-1. What is your thoughts on what is happening? What is responsible for the better performances?
One of the problems we had, half of the team was sick. Right? Half of the team was sick. And we kind of recover. So the performance was much better than the last time. And then too, we had the games back to back.
Yeah.
And then also, our team, we don't have capacity. So we have about basically 14 players to rotate against teams that have 40 and 30 players.
Yeah. And we saw it on Tuesday, actually. Higher Learning Football Academy actually put on 30 players against just as you said quite correctly, just about 13 players, 14 players for the most on the playing list for the Higher Learning Football Academy. So tell us something. Today being the third game that they have played, I am sure you would like to share with us what the remainder of the schedule looks like.
So we have, basically we have 2 more games, the 10th and the 12th, and those games will help to shape up everything, bring it to the finale, and give the coaches more opportunity to see our players and probably offer them a better package when it comes to the scholarship. Now, this opportunity is open to Trinidad and Tobago because we're not exclusive but inclusive. We're open and we're here to help everybody. For the end of the day, our goal is to empower our young people to do better and to change the whole dilemma and mindset of what's happening back home, because crime is an issue, and this is a crime prevention program where we have a prerequisite for personal development, right? Because we want to change the perception of youths and how we look at youths and how we look at sports and development and academics in a different, a different light. That sports and academics could work together and will work together. It's just how we look at it and how we apply it.
Just love it. PPD.
Yes.
Positive personal development. And with that being said, Mr. Sean Wong, President of the Higher Learning Football Academy, for the fantastic work you and your directors and the board is doing to facilitate creating this platform for persons like Isaiah Neptune, Maya Wong, and many others. Really want to thank you very much, sir, once again for the fantastic work you're doing, and wishing you all God's richest blessings and success in your future endeavors.
Okay,
thank you very much once again. Mr. Man, you finish it? We got to do a stop sign here and a stop sign.